Jesus Trilogy, Book 2, Then There Were Two, Chapter 22. Mary's first day in class was not what she expected. She overslept and was late to her first class, Introduction to Hebrew. It was an advanced language class dealing not only with the grammar of Hebrew, but the origin of the words and some composition. She was surprised to see only 3 girls in the class of 40. She knew a girl had to be a lot smarter than a guy to get an equal chance at entry, but she figured there would be maybe 5 or 6 girls in the class. When she entered the room, several hoots and whistles went up as she walked to her chair. She had hurried to get ready when she overslept and thought she looked rather awful. But Mary not only had brains but also beauty, and even on her worst disheveled days her beauty was disarming. Professor Maximilo raised his eyebrows as she walked in, but kept on talking. Unfortunately, the only chair remaining was between 2 rather large gentlemen in the front row. She eased into the vacant chair and the class began. Maximilo, or Maxime for short, was Roman by birth. Mary had no idea why a Roman was teaching Hebrew. He had the classic nose and dark hair, but did seem to know his subject. She later found out from one of the 2 other girls in the class that Caesar would sprinkle a few teachers in every university to further the Roman cause. These teachers would also keep an eye out for insurrectionists. The university was a common place for insubordinate activity. A lot of free thinkers, Mary thought. After class, she went up to the professor to apologize, but there were already several students talking to Maxime. He had an air about him, maybe a Roman trait, she thought. Not good-looking, but distinguished. No, confident. She liked that in a man. That was one of the many reasons she loved her husband so much. She missed him so much already, but she tried not to dwell on it. She must concentrate and do well for him, for her, and hopefully, if God willed it, for a baby. She had felt a little tingle in her left breast that morning and just a slight hint of nausea. It had only been a couple of days since she had last made love to her wonderful husband, but maybe, just maybe, something wonderful had happened. If so, she wondered why only one breast had been affected. No, it can't be, she thought. It was getting close to the time for the next class. She couldn't be late for class twice that first day. She scribbled a note on the teacher's table. Sorry, I was late. It won't happen again, Mary. She folded it up and laid it on his desk. Even when she was in a hurry, her handwriting was exquisite. Professor Maximilo was still talking to the other students. She headed for class number 2 of the day, the mythology of ancient Greece.